tightwad bushcraft gear again. Just out of interest, I left it on the floor 15 odd minutes ago. This bag has still got the water in it, you know, it is slowly leaking out, but I'm now of a mind I will make one of these with some loops on it so I can drop it into a river, off a bridge or anything like that, or actually cast it out on paracord, stone in it, it sinks so I can extract water. It's not totally waterproof, but in between I've got a little water carrier. 15 minutes, it's still got this much water in it. Right-ho. Consider I haven't paid for that. That's just got another little application. I'll turn it inside out so it can dry out. You see, it's the original bag. I've just sold this one. I have a temporary way of carrying water from the river to wherever I'm going to be processing it. And again, I'm sure with some sand inside there and grit, it'd probably act somewhat like a millbank bag to filter out the biggest part of the nasties. Anyway, brilliant bag. One thing I'm working on slowly, I used to do this to jackets that I used to wear professionally, is modifying them. One thing I don't like as an individual is having Velcro on my jackets. The reason why this sleeve is undone will become apparent later on. I like to have all of mine either having a wall cuff there, like we used to do with the old Smocks, or literally just sew some elastic in, okay, so that can go completely over any wristlets that I'm wearing or any gloves, so I've got a full protection there. As we can see here, this is a standard green, olive green SS Smock. Nice little deal off eBay, £35. You know, the zips inside, the zips on the inside. Love these jackets. Wouldn't sort of be without one. Don't particularly like the long buttons on them, so I'm going to sort them out. Not the buttons, just the actual bit of cords that long. Anyway, ongoing project of mine, and again, bag, cost me nothing, for the use of. Inside the pocket, alright, we'll have that, very special bit of kit for me there. Whatever I'm putting in the pocket, and I'll just shove the Liverman tool in there. Again, none of them need to be waterproof, but again, when it comes like that, literally fold it over again, and push it down. Nothing's going to be lost out of that pocket because it's the whole bag coming out now, or nothing. And once done up, I can now be totally soaked in this jacket because there's a poly cotton jacket again. It will dry off really quickly, while I like these vehicles, the jackets. But are we all happy that anything inside that pocket, especially if I had to put an elastic band around it, a piece of elastic, which I'll show you, just can't find the green elastic at the moment. It's in one of the many boxes I've got with all bits and bobs in. I could be in a torrential downpour, and that, anything inside that, and it could be your fire making kit, your first aid kit, or anything like that, would be dry. So I think everybody, if you've got one of these field jackets or your bushcrafting jacket, start waterproofing the stuff that's in your pocket, and I've just shown you a very easy way, very cheap way to do it as well. Again, we'll see there, I've actually 400 Cadora nylon. I've made this in here just for the moment. I put my fire steel. There's an Israeli first field dressing, and I will be doing a video specifically on these and how to use them, especially if you've cut yourself, because we're using bladed tools of one sort or another. We're far away from the nearest emergency services, so good first aid for cuts is something I'm going to cover in a later video. But to do that, when it's sealed, you can't do it. So literally, I unpick the seam, as you can see there, of the jacket, so I can lay it flat on the machine. Obviously, once I've finished, I turn it inside out and sew that seam up again, as I've done here. But one thing I like, again, is Cadora nylon. I'll do that, get out of the way. Cadora nylon, and inside there is a thin piece of roll mat that in itself is waterproof. So if I'm kneeling down, laying down for any length of time, I've got some cushioning, some padding there, but also I've got some insulation between me and the cold ground, which we all love. Obviously I'm not lying around in observation posts and all that now, but there's a lot of time when I'm kneeling down, I don't want to be getting wet joints and that type of stuff. So inside there is a piece of padding, and I've literally, when it was flat, just sewed it all the way round, putting the piece of padding inside like a sleeve, then sewing it along the bottom. And that for me is how I have the jacket. And again, there is I'll stick a couple of them in there if I needed to. They'll always be with me, always when I need them. I have to do it with one hand. But two first field dressings. Weigh nothing, never really going to bother me. Don't weigh too much, but they're always going to be there with me when I'm using the knife, right there. So they're not over where my kit is, or I've wandered off, or I've gone to collect some wood and my first aid kit is in my Bergen or in my little webbing set or whatever I'm doing. Going on this one, again, this is how I make the little pockets. You'll see this next time you see the jacket, will be up here, sewn on as a slightly larger version of that. So again, it can take some first field dressing, so that will be up there, and I might have another small little one down there. Once I've done that, I've sewed it round and put the elastic in, so it's exactly the same as that. I'll turn the jacket inside out and simply sew up that sleeve again. That's how I'm converting this jacket. It is going to have another smaller pocket, much like that one on there. And again, once I do it and I get it done, I'll show you how I've done it, which is quite simple on the sewing machine, and why I've done it. But there we go, very nice idea. So you've got your first field dressing, so when you immediately cut yourself and you've been injured, knife, axe, whatever. I've seen lots of people on YouTube do it, some of them we know very well. Very handy to have the first field dressings, and these are the small Israeli ones. Don't cost a great deal of money. I will split one of these open and show you what's inside, but that'll be on another video. Anyway, this is my bushcraft jacket, ongoing project, and again, how I like to personalise things. And for me, by the time I've cost this jacket won't cost me 40 quid, and it'll be an excellent jacket as well. So here we go. That's me bushcrafting sort of, or outdoors jacket. But as again, I can walk up and down a high street anywhere in the country with this, and nobody will turn a blind's eye as it goes. So that is just a future view of an ongoing project. Looks a bit daft at the moment, but you know, you have to split the seam so you can actually get it right underneath the sewing machine and start sewing the pockets and the actual padding. Alright, ladies and gents, that's just a little insight into a project I'm working on. And again, no matter what happens now, anything in that pocket is going to stay dry. If I fall in the river, the air that's in that plastic bag will initially give me a bit of buoyancy for that first vital, 15-20 seconds. Anyway, take care.